Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this is huge. Watch this.
With crypto, nothing beats the feeling of being in control. And now you can have your portfolio and your broker in your pocket with the Caleb & Brown app. Trade crypto on the go, make deposits, and refer friends to earn, all with one easy tap. And the best part? Your personal brokerage team is always there to help. Download the Caleb & Brown app and get closer.
You get to direct message your broker through the new app from Caleb & Brown. This is huge. So now, trust me, I've been through several of these bull runs, and now's the time to get ready, because what happens is these exchanges lock up and you're stuck going through a support line. The exchanges go down half the time. To have an actual person you can talk to will be huge in this next bull run, in my opinion. So now with Caleb & Brown, you can call them on the phone, your broker on the phone. You can email them, and you can even execute trades just sending them an email and say, all right, here's what I want. And now you can, through your app, direct message them directly to someone. No more emails to a support line. No more getting in line where you have to wait days for that while the exchange crashes and you can't move your stuff. And you get the institutional custody for free through Fireblocks. Get a broker, and then you also get the institutional grade liquidity, which is huge also in a bull run. If you want to open an account, they are my partner, Caleb & Brown is. Go to xrpwealth589.com and click sign up today, and you can go on and download the app. XRP's sitting there strong at $3. Nothing seems to be shaking it. Now, Mike Novogratz right here saying the quiet part out loud. Now he's promoting Solana. Remember, first he promoted Bitcoin. He's talking his book all the time. First he promoted Bitcoin, then he moved to Ethereum because he had a huge book of it. At some point he moved to Luna because he had a huge thing of it. And that's when he got his Luna tattoo. And now he's moved on to Solana. So you know what that means. But in this clip, he's saying the quiet part out loud. The quiet part being, we're about to move from this speculative thing where Bitcoin sucked up all the money because it had a regulatory monopoly to the utility run. You haven't seen a real market yet, but you're about to.
Yeah, listen, so I think Bitcoin as a store of value stands by itself. It's digital gold. It's going to be digital gold. It's got a community of people that trust it. Think about what blockchains are, or cryptos are. They're communities of people that decided to trust their hard-earned wealth in this technology, in this community, because they don't trust, because we have a breakdown in trust in the government, in between political parties, between countries, right? Trust is in a bear market and an accelerating one. And so I think Bitcoin's going nowhere but up over time.
And by the way, I agree with that. I think that as long as they allow Bitcoin to exist, it will go up in value over time. But I don't even think, if you really believe in the utility concept, I don't think there's a way that it can stay on top.
Ethereum has its own community and its own narrative and its own use case. Yes, it will compete against Solana and other blockchains, but it's not like we're going to have...
these guys are everything is so coordinated. They showed XRP on the screen at one point, but they talked about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and that's it. The whole video.
One blockchain to rule them all. And so this is healthy competition to kind of rebuild the financial architecture that the whole world runs on. I saw you had Mike Cagney on earlier on, right? He's got a blockchain that he's doing his stuff on. What might turn out is maybe Mike's product ends up trading on his blockchain, or maybe it ends up trading on the Solana blockchain, right? And so you're going to see a consolidation of change. You're going to see bridges between them. But most importantly for the space,
here it is.
money is going to move into the space as we now start moving from narrative to plumbing.
Thanks for
narrative, meaning Bitcoin speculation, where their PR machine pumps that narrative. Now we go to utility. And I believe that their PR machine will be completely irrelevant as you move to that over time. But I wanted to remind everybody that when the utility finally does kick in and the Bitcoin narrative becomes old news, you won't be able to say that there were not signs, folks.
Blue 19! Blue 19! Set! Hut! Touchdown! Yo, what is going on?
Yo, what's going on?
Welcome back to another episode of the Jack Mallers Show.
There you go, folks. All right, I told you before, in this Clarity Act, there's going to be a lot of drama because all these politicians want to get television time. James Rule put this out. This is Republican Senator pumps the brakes on the GOP crypto bull. This is, what's his name? If I can get, this is John Kennedy. Senator John Kennedy says, I don't think we're ready. The Louisiana Republican said Wednesday in response to a question about advancing the bill this month, people that I talked to still have a lot of questions. I know I still have a lot of questions. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of this stuff. There's going to be a lot of drama, but this is happening. And the reason it's happening is this right here. Crypto is a national security issue, and that's the fact, Jack. This is is this the comptroller of the currency, I guess? Listen to this.
Debanking is real, okay? It has occurred in the past to any number of lawful business activities. We can trace it back to the original kind of so-called Operation Choke Point from several administrations ago. It's occurred not just to crypto individuals on a personal level as well as a corporate level. It's applied to other lawful business activities over time. So it is a real phenomenon.
Okay, yeah, it's a real phenomenon. It happened to me. Here's another clip.
You asked about non-U.S. some other jurisdictions and their approaches and other jurisdictions that we can take cues from. Have you, in your view, in your opinion, what other non-U.S. jurisdictions have done things kind of the right way or in an interesting way and laid good groundwork for digital asset regulation?
I do want the SEC in the U.S. though to be the leader, right? In terms of, I think a lot of people are looking to see what we're doing, right? And we should be the place where people who want to build things can just come and build things with as little friction as possible. So my goal is always to make the U.S. the most friendly jurisdiction to people who are trying to build things.
Okay, and then this is Representative French Hill.
I've been driven by this, not by Bitcoin or the white paper, but actually by writing applications on a blockchain to lower agency costs, increase accuracy, reduce fraud.
Things you can't do on Bitcoin.
Make an analog system even more effective, decentralized decision-making in a programmable aspect of it. I'm just eating up with that. I think that's the future. And so that's not, it's innovative. I wouldn't call it disruptive. It's like next step. You're going from...
It's like national security.
From VHS to streaming. People are going, what's VHS?
Oh, I know what VHS is. This made me laugh. Lynn Alden, Bitcoin is the only one that I think could make a serious difference. Nobody else has a credible answer to the current global monetary problems. That might be the dumbest comment I've ever seen in all of crypto. Look at this. There's some Winklevoss drama. The Winklevoss twins lobbied for a pause on the nomination of Brian Quintence, former chair of the CFTC. Now Quintence has released, I know I'm butchering his name, has released their private text implying they had ulterior motives just 48 hours before Gemini's IPO. Digital currency wars. XRP knocking on the door of a more aggressive move. I like the sound of that. I got a lot more. We're going to go into daixrp.com, the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, you can click the join button below any of these YouTube videos, or you can hit the subscribe button on X. We do a full video, the one you get on YouTube, plus the extended video with no commercials in all three of those places. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family, away we go.